When you know that you are queer, but your favorite drink is beer, that's gayish. You can bottom without stopping, but you can't stand going shopping, that's gayish. Oh, gayish, you're probably gayish. Well, life's just too short for narrow stereotypes, so it's gayish. We're also gayish. It's Gayish with Mike and Kyle.
Hello, everyone in the podcast universe. This is Gayish.
The podcast that thought you'd never ask.
But you were wrong.
You were wrong because I got that ass.
ass. I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz.
We're here to bridge the gap between sexuality and actuality. And today, oh, Kyle,
it's going to be a sweet treat because we're talking about sugar daddies.
I hope your insurance coverage is good for dental because here we are.
Yeah, we're talking about sugar daddies. I'm excited.
We're going to talk about sugar daddies. And we're going to get to the bottom of the question, am I one?
Okay, let's find out together. That'll be the big cliffhanger because you won't get to know yet if Mike's a sugar daddy. You got to listen to the full episode to find out.
That's right. I think we need to use more pressure tactics, Kyle, on everyone, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe even including ourselves.
Okay. If you don't send this to a friend, then the next 3 episodes are just going to be noises of geese.
Yep. And nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
There's probably a goose or two out there that'd be just like really
avid podcast listening goose. Yeah. They're like, my jam, finally.
But first, we have 100 words.
We do.
So at a certain level of Patreon, if you send in 100 words, I will read them. It's also lovingly referred to as the Use Mike's Whole benefit.
Yeah.
Now, Kyle.
Mike.
We have 100 words.
We do.
It is way more than 100 words, but I'm going to read it because I think it's important.
Okay.
And it's from somebody who could have used my whole so many times before now.
And it's just a bonus that it bugs me.
Yeah, exactly. So this week's 100 words comes from A.E. Coleman. Dear Mike, Kyle, and Gayish crew, something keeps coming up in conversation and on the apps, so I think this would be a good opportunity to use Mike's whole. Gay trans men are not necessarily bottoms. Some trans men have had genital reassignment surgery, so don't assume you know what's in their pants. Even if they still have their original plumbing, they might prefer to wear a strap-on to fuck you 6 ways to Sunday. Just because someone's still got an extra hole doesn't mean they want to use it for that. Getting fucked in their extra hole can trigger gender dysphoria and body issues for some trans guys. It takes them back to living in the wrong gender. If you're a bottom, don't assume you're not compatible with trans guys. And if you're a top, don't assume that you're about to get access to some bonus hole. However you learn whether a cis guy tops or bottoms, do the same with trans guys. I apologize for the extra words. It's fine, AE. Feel free to trim them as needed. We're not going to. I'm going to make Kyle do the whole thing. Also, Mike, I use top and bottom as verbs. See? Right there. Hugs, A.E. Coleman.
We could have gotten that down to 100 if we really wanted to. We could have gotten it down.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
It's up to you, Kyle.
I guess I have the editing power. I've never edited like individual words from you to like form different sentences.
We did talk about that as an idea for an episode, though, like for both of us to edit the same episode and see what came out. And my not so secret plan was to try to figure out a way to make you sound like a lunatic.
I am dumb.
Yeah. Thanks, AE. If you want to use my whole, then join Patreon. It's magical.
Yeah.
Now, the news.
Shut your mouth hole. It's time for your ear holes. News
the first, Kyle.
Yeah.
João Lucas Reis da Silva, which I definitely looked up how to say João online. That's his first name. And he's Portuguese. And João, one person said, just pretend your mouth is a lightsaber, which I thought was pretty fucking funny. Anyway, Mr. Da Silva is set to make history by being the first gay man to compete in the qualifying rounds of this year's Australian Open. That's tennis for people who don't know. He came out in 2024 by sharing a sweet snap of his partner to celebrate his birthday. And he became, after that, the first gay tennis pro to compete in a Grand Slam event. And so basically anything that he does past here, he's the first one.
Okay. So, I mean, but did the fact that they have to qualify it saying he's the first one that's competed in the Grand Slam mean that he's the first good one?
Yeah, kind of.
Like we've had out ones, but they haven't been good at their.
He's both out and good. We may have had some that were good that weren't out, and we may have had some out that weren't good. He's both.
Yeah. Okay. That's exciting. We need more out people in sports for sure.
Well, and apparently, even if he loses in the beginning, he still will get paid 40,000 Australian dollars. That's like 27K in the US.
I might just lose right off the bat to be like, make my time worth it. You know, the amount of money per second you're there is so high.
Yeah. Anyway, everybody say it with me. Joao.
Wow.
Wow, Joao.
I'm sure he's never heard that before.
I'm not going to watch his match, but I'm happy that he's there.
I'm not going to either. Let's be real.
Great. Excellent. News the second?
Yeah.
Okay. Derek's going to be so happy that I'm covering this.
Oh.
There is a new DC Comics universe character named Featherweight, and it has been confirmed that Featherweight is bisexual and trans.
Wow. Double whammy.
Double whammy. So the understanding that Featherweight is trans was confirmed in the comic book series Cheetah and Cheshire Rob the Justice League, created by Greg Rucka and Nicholas Scott. In the 6th and final issue published on Wednesday this last week, Featherweight comes out in a conversation with Clarion, a witch boy and student of the music arts.
Sure, witch boy. Whatever you say, witch boy.
Oh, God. Remind me what temporary cat boy means. Wasn't that
that was a guy that was being a cat boy for the night that I ended up hooking up with.
Great. But he was a temporary cat boy.
He wasn't full-time Catboy, no.
Got it. Featherweight is the daughter of the previously established character Nissa Ratko. Nissa herself is the daughter of Ras Al Ghul. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a character that has appeared in the TV show Arrow and Gotham. Anyway, yeah, she's great and has pink hair and is just more... You know, we always get representation in comics, I think, way earlier than in other kinds of media because comic books are weird.
Do we know what her superpower is?
What is her superpower? Being trans.
I was going to say being bisexual is a superpower, but hopefully she has something else going for her.
She's an exceptionally strong character, a young woman who can hold her own against villains. She has staunch morals. None of those are a superpower.
No, that would be really lame if she was like, I have staunch morals. You can never defeat my morals.
No, I have a mutant level of morals. No, I don't know. Derek,
Okay.
do you know? Do you know her? No? Okay, great. Nobody knows. She may or may not have a superpower.
Okay.
But she's definitely bi and trans.
But she exists. Yeah, that's what we know.
News the last.
Yeah.
This story is potentially very disturbing, and if you would rather not hear it, I suggest that you skip to the end of the news. There is a timestamp in the description every week, so feel free to skip. We're going to talk about violence. News the last is to talk about Renee Nicole Macklin Good, who's the 37-year-old mother and poet that was fatally shot by a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officer in South Minneapolis on Wednesday. The reason that we're going to talk about her here is that she is a lesbian, and I have been consuming content and heartbroken for her wife, who said about the shooting just a couple of nights ago, quote, "We had whistles, they had guns." Now, the crux here is that it was very highly videoed at the time. So the wife was videoing it on her phone, and also footage has been found that is supposed to be footage that was captured by an ICE agent. But there was a federal ICE operation near 34th Street and Portland Avenue Federal officials have said that the shooting was justified, claiming that she was trying to run an agent over with her car and that he had to shoot her to protect himself and others. I have watched the video, both videos from both perspectives. It is extremely disturbing to watch. There is she is just driving her van, and he is in no danger whatsoever of being run over by any reasonable interpretation of the physical arrangement of the objects you can see in those videos. It is just an absolute lie. They have an argument, and then she attempts to leave the scene in her vehicle, backs up her car, cranks the wheels the other direction, starts to drive off, and is shot 3 times. The car continues going and crashes into a light pole, and she later died. One thing that is not lost on me here is that the claim that he had to shoot her so that he was not in danger, shooting her did not stop the car. That did not hit him.
That's true. Huh.
But yeah, in closing, Becca Good, that's the wife's name, asked that her wife be remembered for rejecting hate and choosing compassion. She leaves behind 3 children. Quote, "We honor her memory by living her values, rejecting hate and choosing compassion, turning away from fear and pursuing peace, refusing division and knowing we must come together to build a world where we all come home safe to the people we love." Fuck ICE, man.
Yeah,
fuck this country for doing this.
Yeah, fuck ICE for sure.
Any rebuttal, or do we want to end the news?
No, I think that was perfect.
Okay, great. That's the news.
That's the news. Speaking of fuck ICE, I want to thank the following new Patreon members. Thank you to Rondell Dobard. Dobard. I don't know.
Didn't he invent like a bunch of those like fancy oven mitts on infomercials?
Yes. I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm trying to guess, and this is whatever you're doing.
It just sounds like a telemarketing name to me for some reason. Ron Dubbard. He like his ShamWow.
Yeah, for 3 easy payments of $9.99, you too can have the ShamWow oven mitt.
Yeah.
Thank you to Robin Caper.
Thanks, Robin.
Capper.
Capers are tasty.
Yum. I don't think I've had a caper.
You would hate them. They're basically tiny pickles. You would hate them.
Disgusting. Maybe that's why. And thank you to Christopher Rouse or Ruse or Rouge. I don't know.
How do you, hey, Kyle.
Hey, Mike.
How do you feel about your name pronunciation performance today?
Probably get 1 out of 3 by coincidence, not by skill. I think coincidentally, I probably got at least 1 of those. That's my guess.
Excellent.
If you want ad-free episodes a day early, if you want to use Mike's hole like AE did.
Use my hole.
Yeah. If you want I already said ad-free episodes a day early, but if you want 2 of them, I guess. If you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/Gayish podcast.
Do it.
All right, do you want to talk about sugar daddies?
Let's talk about sugar daddies. Now, Kyle.
Yeah, Mike.
You won the Patreon poll. Once a month, we both nominate topics that go up for the Patreon poll. And this is the first one since Losers Month.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should consider now starting now, because we just had Losers Month, and consider it like kind of like a system reboot, a reset.
Okay.
We should keep track from here on out how many W's and L's each of us have.
Oh,
and
I like this.
I'll race you to 10.
Okay.
And then we should put some kind of wager on it.
Okay. What do you want to bet?
I want to bet a bottle of booze to be given to you on the cruise.
Oh, okay. I'm in.
That's a little more. It's a little more than 10 months from now, but that gives us maybe a chance. Like if one of us is just dominating, it's going to be fine. So we'll race to 10, or we'll call it in January. So a year from now, whoever's ahead wins, and we'll get the booze to the other person on the cruise in February.
Okay, that sounds great. I love this. I'm starting off the year with a win.
You're getting a W right out of the gate. Yeah, see, that's me thinking you need a head start.
I do. Thank you. And yes, I need all the help I can get this year so far. Yeah, in the main poll, we had 56% of people vote for sugar daddies, and in the tiebreaker poll, 79% of people voted for sugar daddies. So,
yeah, because they're poor.
Because they're giving us all their money?
No, they're giving us less money than the what do we call them? Gap bridgers. They're giving us less money than the gap bridgers. I mean, I could have said the gap bridgers don't need a sugar daddy because they're rich, but I thought this was funnier to be insulting.
Okay, I guess if you have less money,
Kyle, I did not take my meds this morning.
Oh, I think that's always a sign of a fun episode.
Okay, great.
I think we're in for a ride. So the less money you have, the more likely you are to want us to talk about sugar daddies so that we can help you find one.
Exactly right. Oh, we don't have a tips section.
No, we don't have a tips. We can make up our own tips, though. This was also a request in our happy hour. We have quarterly happy hours as part of Patreon, and usually we ask for episode topic ideas, and this was one of them.
Yep. If you don't want to be a gap bridger, but you still want to pitch us ideas, you can send us an email, but you can also say it to us in person to our faces on Zoom on the first Wednesday of the second month of each quarter.
Yep.
So February 4th is your next chance.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It's coming up.
All right. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Let's talk about the history of sugar daddies, Kyle.
Okay.
Now, I told you in the production meeting that there's like two ways for me to do history segments. One is like to talk about the concept and the term. And then the other is gay sugar daddies from history. And that's going to become our Patreon segment this episode. So if you want to hear about gay sugar daddies from history, just hang out and wait for the Patreon segment. But let's talk about sugar daddies. Let's talk about the term.
Okay.
Have you heard any origin story of sugar daddy?
No.
What do you imagine it means?
That money is that sugar is a reference to money, and it's money, like a daddy that gives you sugar.
Yeah, sugar daddies and sugar babies. Those are relationships in which the older, well, not necessarily older. I apologize. The wealthier partner is bankrolling some or all of the less wealthy partner's lifestyle. And
I heard it used as a verb, sugaring. When I was reading, I read a bunch of people use the word sugaring.
Like a rim, like rimming, like a rim job?
Yeah, it's basically like a rim job for rich people. but the sugar is money.
I think that made sense.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, okay. So the most common etymology for it is that it comes from Alma de Bretteville, that she was married to basically a baron in the sugar industry, and that they had a fortune literally coming from sugar, and that her husband then was her sugar daddy because sugar was the source of their wealth. And they will say that she called him that in a interview that she did in 1908. That story is very, very cute, but it is absolute and utter bullshit. It did not happen. Etymologists have thoroughly debunked that story. The biggest sign, and this happens a lot with history and etymology both, which I guess etymology is just history about words, but
deep.
That the first source that connects the term sugar daddy to Alma de Bretteville and Adolf Spreckels, that was her husband, comes from 2009. Like before 2009, you can't find anybody referring to that story. So that's like one of those sure signs that it came up out of nowhere. Like a lot of stories we have about Jesus. Anyway, so the real story is that heavy sugar, the original term was heavy sugar daddy, because heavy sugar was a 1920s cool cat slang term for large amounts of money.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah. The first documented print use appeared in the Syracuse Herald on March 27th, 1923. And it was I'll talk about why, but that story got very, very popular and ran nationally in all of the newspapers. And the heavy was dropped like within months of it first being in print associated with this story. Now, the story that made Heavy Sugar Daddy famous was actually a notorious murder. And that's sort of why it caught on. So the body of Dorothy Keenan King was found in her New York apartment. She went by Dot. Dot King was a former model and unsuccessful actress who had become what people then called a vamp, a woman who used her undoubted attractiveness to target men. She had been set up in the apartment and given lavish presents by a 50-year-old tycoon named John Kearsley Mitchell III.
Yeah, of course he has the third at the end of his name. Oh, the third.
Yeah. And then like he used the pseudonym of Mr. Marshall when interacting with her, especially financially. But he was publicly unmasked in press reports on the 28th of March. But she was chloroformed to death in that apartment that he was financing for her. And there's a picture that appeared in the, where was it? Did that go over the wire? Anyway, a picture went around. It said, John Kearsley Mitchell, son-in-law of K.T. Stotesbury, multimillionaire of Philadelphia, has been revealed as the mysterious Mr. Marshall, who was the heavy sugar daddy of Dorothy Keenan King, New York model, who was chloroformed to death in her New York City apartment. Her murderer was never found. Claims, like rumors at the time, were that she'd been killed because she refused to go along with a criminal group who wanted her to help blackmail Mitchell. But anyway, it like the whole thing is very interesting. Like I think I would watch that movie.
Yeah, that's got twists and turns and surprises. I didn't know we were going to become a true crime podcast. Like just so many things. Yeah.
I just not afraid, Kyle. Not afraid to start, coloring outside the lines a little.
Start over again for the very first time.
473 episodes. Why not? We'll totally fuck with the format now.
That would be fun.
But yeah, anyway, he was referred to as her heavy sugar daddy, and that is what popularized the term for the first time in this country, and then the term heavy got dropped.
Gotcha.
The popularization of that term is what led to the candy. Have you ever had a sugar daddy candy?
Oh, I don't remember. I've heard of them, but I don't know if I've had one.
It's basically a candy bar on a stick.
Sounds good.
Like that caramely look square on a stick anyway, that's a sugar daddy. It was invented in 1925. So like less than 2 years after this murder that happened, which that's kind of a weird reason to name a candy.
Yeah. I wonder if they knew the full backstory when they created this candy, or if they were just like, cool name.
No, he didn't know. He for sure. Okay. So initially the name of it was a different term for sugar daddy. It was originally called a papa sucker.
That's my grinder name.
It was invented by a chocolate salesman, Robert Welch, and it was the Papa Sucker. And then he renamed it Sugar Daddy to capitalize on the popular slang that became popular because of this murder.
Yeah.
So let's see. There were a couple of efforts to try to make other things like. The fad was to try to come up with terms for sugar daddy that weren't that. I don't get it. But Texas Guinan owned a speakeasy during Prohibition. And Texas Guinan owned a speakeasy during Prohibition. Apparently there was a shy dairy farmer who was super rich who paid everyone's cover charge and tipped $50 bills to entertainers in the speakeasy. And so they tried to call him Big Butter. Or
hey everybody, I'm Big Butter. Watch out, move out the way for Big Butter.
Can you imagine if that's what we called a sugar daddy?
Oh,
he's my Big Butter.
I'm his butter.
Big butt. Anyway, Louis Armstrong recorded a song called Big Butter and Eggman in 1926. Thankfully, that did not stick.
Yeah.
And then Laurel and Hardy, the classic comedy duo, they made a comedy short called Sugar Daddies in 1927. That's where the term comes from. It was an actual sugar daddy arrangement, led to the popularization of the term, led to the candy, led to this this comedy routine. That's how it all came to be, Kyle. That's the history.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do Gayda, but I just wanted to quickly do the definition from Urban Dictionary.
Okay.
The definition is a rich older man who, quote unquote, dates a younger girl and buys her shiny things in exchange for sex.
Now, okay, that was a surprisingly cogent definition for Urban Dictionary.
Coherent, full sentence. Yep.
But also the term older. I corrected myself earlier in the episode. Is older a requirement?
I read a story about a sugar baby who is 55. So I don't think it's required. I think it's typically implied, though.
I mean, if his sugar daddy was 90, then...
yeah, that's true. For me, when I read this definition, I was like, oh, right, they can be straight too. That's what I took away from this. I kind of forgot about straight people for a little bit, which I do sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they can be straight. And I think the other thing is buys a shiny things in exchange for sex. I think sex is not always involved. I read a bunch of stories about sugar daddies and sugar babies, and sugar daddies don't always want sex from the relationship. They may want like mentorship or companionship or other things. So I think this definition is a little off in a couple ways, but
that's like Go-Go Boys. When I give them money, I don't want sex. I just want them to talk to me while I touch their abs.
And then they do it, and everyone wins.
Everyone gets what they want.
Yeah. So what I'm really going to tell you about is the Gayda. This is data based on seekingarrangements.com. This was released in 2012 in the US. I could not find LGBT specific data, or there's a hint of LGBT data in here that I'll touch on, but that was the best I could find. The average sugar daddy was 39 years old.
Okay.
Which was
You're 39 years old. Are you a sugar daddy?
I don't have enough money to be a sugar daddy. I gotta ratchet up my earnings if I want to start supporting. I'm trying to support my own self, much less have another human depend on me. In this economy. No. The average age of 39 is actually down from the previous time they did a study, which was in 2007. So at least back then, the age of sugar daddies was dropping.
Okay.
41.2% are married.
I don't like that.
I don't understand if that means married to the person, but they're on seekingarrangements.com, or so they're probably married and have an open relationship, or are they sneaking around? I didn't understand what the married of this was.
I mean, the original sugar daddy arrangement was not a marriage, but that doesn't mean that's how it had to evolve. Can you be married to your sugar daddy? Yeah, maybe, probably. Yes, I think yes.
I think yes. Also, I realized this is data from people on seekingarrangements.com, like people on the website looking for a sugar daddy. You're not going to already be married to your sugar baby if or maybe you're looking for a harem of sugar babies. So maybe you already have one and are married to one and are looking for more.
Maybe you're looking for some cash pig cucks. Huh. Okay.
The average annual income was this much. How much, Mike?
$240,000.
Wow, $263,000.
No fucking way! I nailed that.
589. Yeah, you were super close.
Amazing.
Their average net worth was $5.6 million. They spend about $4,357 on their quote unquote sugar addiction.
Oh no. I have diabetes, girl. I can't.
You can't be throwing that word around.
No, wait. Monthly? Annually?
Per month.
Okay. I need way more money than I have to be spending $4,000 a month on somebody.
Can you imagine $4,000?
Oh
if you put all that into savings, you'd be rich. Well, they are rich, so
yeah. Okay.
Some of the top occupations they have, there's entrepreneur or business owner. That's at 24% of people are that occupation.
I know entrepreneur is French, but that doesn't mean it's not an asshole. That's just making money from other people's money.
I think an entrepreneur could also be like starting a business.
Okay.
What are you thinking they're doing?
I thought an entrepreneur is like, it like implies that like they're paying other people to start their businesses and then they get a cut. Like it's just throwing money around and getting rich off of the backs of other people.
Oh,
I could be
I
super.
always thought of it as the person actually doing the starting of the business.
I don't know.
You're looking it up.
Yeah. This is something that I want to know.
Makes
I
for
guess it
very
just
compelling audio.
starts and runs a business. Yeah. Okay.
The next highest occupation was professionals, non-executive managers, engineers, sales, marketing, etc. Which that's me.
Okay.
I'm a professional. That's at 16%. 13% were senior executives, which I could see senior executives like that being a rich, especially in like the tech world. If you're a senior exec, I could see you making a shit ton of money and not knowing what to do with it.
I think you're supposed to call them mature executives now.
Our elder executives.
Yeah.
And then 13% were also bankers, finance, or investors.
Great.
Which I feel like banker is like the classic sugar daddy. Like, when you just picture a sugar daddy's occupation, it's got to be banker.
Or like stockbroker, something in that kind of market. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The cities with the highest density of sugar daddies, and densities is sugar daddies per 1,000 men aged 21 to 84 years old. So yeah, they did use, the sugar babies range could be up to 84. So I don't think
the sugar babies range.
Well, they didn't say a sugar baby necessarily, but sugar daddies per 1,000 of men.
Oh, okay, great. Okay.
And the men they looked at were only the ones ages 21 to 84.
Okay.
Top one. So
what were they? What was the cities?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm about to read you.
Oh, okay.
San Francisco / the Bay Area is number 1.
Yeah, all that tech money. All right.
Number 2 is Boston.
That surprises me.
Number 3 is Austin.
Oh.
Texas making a showing. Number 4 is Las Vegas.
Ooh.
Number 5 is Los Angeles. Number 6 is DC. Number 7 is Hartford, Connecticut.
What?
They're not on many lists.
They're not on a lot of lists at all. I basically didn't think it existed until we drove there that one time.
Number 8 is Miami / South Florida. Number 9 is New York. And number 10 is San Diego.
I would have put New York like way towards the top, but that's, that's, I think, the association with Wall Street and like stock market bros,
And I'm sure the volume, just the number of people that live there, the volume of sugar daddies, but maybe not the density of sugar daddies.
The denominator is very large.
Yep, totally.
That's a math thing, everybody.
That is a math thing. I'll numerate your denominator. I don't know. Seattle did not make the top 10. It was number 11, so just barely edged out.
Oh, we're edging all the time,
Such edge, so edge. The cities with the biggest allowances, the biggest monthly allowances, LA has a monthly allowance of $5,710 per month.
An allowance, like the fact that that's the vocabulary that's utilized, like your teenage daughter gets her like pony money or whatever. Like it's just what
it is. We do call them daddies, so that's how they're showing up.
Okay, I don't want to yuck anybody's yum. Like if everybody's an adult and is on the up and up, go for it. Whatever.
Yeah,
go for it. And I'm slightly uncomfortable with that framing.
Second highest allowance is New York at $5,002 a month, and
it's just expensive there.
Yeah, it's just expensive to live. I wonder if like monthly allowances increase with inflation.
Right. Like if you adjust for cost of living, which one has the highest?
Yeah. Seattle is number 3 at $4,985.
Because shit's expensive here.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yep. Lastly, here's the little hint of LGBT data that they did have. The orientation of the people on their site. And again, this is not overall. This is just the people on their site. 95.6% are straight. 3.8% are gay. And 0.6% are bisexual.
So identified as gay, that's like, what, higher than a lot of these come in, right?
I think usually gay people are around 2 to 3%.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like on the high end of what we might expect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also think this is underreporting gay people, because I think some gay people just find their sugar daddies via like Grindr or Sniffies. Maybe not Sniffies. I don't know. Maybe Sniffies. But like, I feel like we have other apps that have avenues for non-traditional relationships.
Yeah, you're being very smart about your statistics here, Kyle. There's a population bias built in there. It's people seeking them out, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's the Gata.
That's the Gata. Any surprises in there? Anything just like blew you away?
I thought the age would be much higher. I thought you'd be a lot older. I thought you'd be in your 60s or 70s.
Okay.
I thought Seattle would make the top 10.
Yeah.
And I thought gay people would be a higher percentage. When I think of, like all topics, we try to answer whether they're gay or straight. I think of, like I said, I kind of forgot straight sugar daddies exist. So I think of sugar daddy as being a gay thing. Do you think of it as being gay or straight or both?
Both. I don't think of it as gendered at all.
Oh, I mean, gendered. You think of it as
the wealthier partner is male. That's
right.
Gendered. But like orientation. Orientated. I don't think of it as orientated.
Okay. Because like there's a sugar mama.
Yeah, sugar mama.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that sugar. Well, let's talk about this, Kyle, because at the end of the day, what we're talking about is power imbalance, right?
Yeah.
Like what is probably appealing and also disgusts people is that there's an imbalance of power, because money is power in this society and culture. And so I just want to pick some of that apart, right? Like, first, money and age can be correlated. There's not a causative relationship there, but it can be. It is correlated because of things like experience, number of years in the job market, etc. Just length of duration on Earth, accumulating wealth if you're a saver, whatever. And so there's a couple of ways you can slice that. We've already been sort of dancing around it, right? Like, is the sugar daddy, is it required that he be older, or is it just a matter of being wealthier, even though those things often go together?
I think the only like absolute requirement is that they're wealthier, and I think typically the stereotypical sugar daddy is older, but I don't think that's like, you have to be above a certain age. Like, I don't think you can be an 18-year-old sugar daddy, even if you made an app and made millions.
Really?
Do you think you can be an 18-year-old sugar daddy?
I think so. Like, some part of me wants it to be just about the money, and that it's more about the sugar than it is about the daddy. Because I think that also, like, colloquially, we use it like jokingly and just like, you know, somebody tips big and then somebody next to them sees them write it on the receipt and they say, "Okay, sugar daddy," even though like that's not what's actually happening. It's just you have money and you're giving it to somebody else. It has nothing to do with that person's anything else about that person than the financial part. When we're joking about it.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know what the minimum age in my head is, but like maybe like 30, 35, like
just like your Grindr profile.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there has to be some minimum age that makes you qualified for sugar daddy status.
Well, so society is pretty obsessed with these things, but also with pathologizing them. And we talked about this on the age gap episode not too long ago, but I think it bears repeating that like if you have a visible or just like easily detectable difference in your relationship, people have opinions about it. And some people feel like they need to share those feelings with you. And I was sort of using this episode as an excuse to dig into that a little deeper, like psychologically.
Yeah.
So people this has been studied, and I'm not going to do a bunch of studies. That's your zone. But there is this concept of strategic moralization. And that's this idea that it's about competitive mating strategy, and that people begin to assume an implied ethical framework because of competitive mating strategy. Here's the thing. it lowers the price of sex in the broader dating market, and that is somehow threatening to what everyone else has to offer.
Wait, I got lost. Why does
Yep.
it lower the price of sex?
Because if there's a power imbalance, the implication here is that the more powerful person has greater sexual access because of that power.
Mm-hmm.
And that is somehow threatening to everybody involved, because then it's not about fitness, or it's not about like a mutual seeking of pleasure. It's exploitative in some way. So, and I don't know if I agree, but like they're trying to explain why is it that some people, when they see this happening, have a really like visceral, like it was described in the literature as disgust. Like Anna Nicole Smith with that dude in the wheelchair who was 80, whatever, I forget what his name was. They reacted with disgust to seeing that. There's a whole TV series about age gap relationships, and a lot of people watch it out of this sense of watching something bad or wrong happen, and they're morbidly curious about that. I think that a similar thing happens. I think maybe even the exact same thing happens when it comes to sugar daddy arrangements, wealth imbalances in couples, again, which can be age related, but isn't necessarily. And that's the whole thing about a gold digger, right? Like another word for a sugar baby is a gold digger. Mm-hmm. That the less wealthy person is in that relationship for the financial benefits and not for love or mutual respect or common goals, like it must be exploitative in some way.
Yeah. And I think in sugar daddy, sugar baby relationships, they can have some of the other things too, but I feel like part of it is like the agreement includes money, as like they are on the receiving end of some amount of money.
Yeah.
Otherwise it wouldn't be. You can have money differentials in relationships that I wouldn't call sugar daddy, sugar baby relationships.
Yeah, I'm with you, and maybe we should break that down too, because I think that there is a, like, I don't know, like there's a capital S, capital D sugar daddy relationship, which is a like I get off on giving you money and you are the beneficiary of that money, and we're both getting something out of it, and it's just about the money changing hands and being somehow excited or titillated or gratified by that arrangement. And they're usually pretty formal. I think it's like, I'm going to pay you $5,500 a month for this apartment in New York. Isn't that great? You're my sugar baby, I'm your sugar daddy, and like that's the whole thing. Mm-hmm. But I think there's lowercase s, lowercase d sugar daddy arrangements that are like, I'm married to a rich guy. Like there's no like contractual or like monthly allowance that's been given to me. It's just I'm enjoying the benefits of being with a rich guy.
Gotcha. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So about those capital S, capital D type arrangements, sugar daddy arrangements, where it's like an explicit, like, here's how much money you're getting a month from me. Like, let's arrange it. The Harvard Crimson had an op-ed that was titled "Don't Shame the Sugar Baby." And they were trying to say, like, whatever your feelings are about those arrangements, you don't have a right to, and negative feelings. And this quote popped out at me. We pay people, therapists notably, to talk to us about our problems. Why do we consider the acceptance of money for companionship as inappropriate? If it's like, being around you makes me feel better for whatever reason, and we can agree that you will accept money to let me be around you in whatever way that makes sense to us, why do we have a negative reaction to that?
Yeah, I think we expect certain things that people can get for free, and when people can't get those or don't get those, we assume there's something wrong with them. So if you can't get people to spend time with you, to have companionship with you, on your own, then why are you broken? And I don't think that's really the case. And it may not be that you might fully be able to, or even have people in your life that provide companionship and you just want more or someone different. And then I also think you throw in sex to anything and we get weird about sex. So like the presumption that sex is part of the deal, and that you're paying for the sex is also, we feel icky about that in society when I don't think we should.
Yeah. I agree with all of that. It's really interesting to me. Oh, the thought popped in my head and then I got embarrassed. So I stuffed it away and then I couldn't recover. Go-Go Boys. I feel like I can't get boys with abs to talk to me and let me touch their abs. But when I give them money, I get to do that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I agree.
So
every now and then I'll hook up with a guy with abs and I'm always like, damn, how do you do this?
Like, do you know that you're like banging me? Like,
that's how I always feel like. I always assume that they're like scamming me for something, but then they just fuck me and leave, and I'm like, what did I scam them out of?
What did you get out of this?
How did that happen? You don't always get to touch abs, and paying money means you get easy access to them. Why not?
Well, or easier access. Like maybe I am some super fit jock bros type and it would totally work out for free. I think that's way harder of a road to hoe than just going to a go-go bar and being transactional.
Yeah. I hear you.
Anyway, that's I think we've covered that a lot in the age gap episode. If you want to go back and listen to that, dear listener, there's a lot more of that kind of thing. But these theories as to why we are disgusted by power imbalances, I think totally belongs in the sugar daddy chat. And yeah. And
often your opinions about sugar daddies or the relationship should probably be kept to yourself.
Yeah. Totes.
You may have opinions about other people's relationship that don't involve you, and maybe just shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you some quotes that I read from a 2016 Vice article called "What It's Like to Be a Male Sugar Baby" by Ebony Renee Baker.
A sugar baby. Okay.
Sugar baby. Yep.
Oh my God, Kyle.
What?
There's a person in our life that I believe who like told me that that's his goal, is to be a sugar baby. And he wasn't kidding.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it Derek?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Derek that works for us?
Yeah.
No, he's our sugar baby. That's what's happening.
Oh.
We get a monthly stipend. We get to hang out with him. He posts thirst traps. He does our Instagram.
That's true. All right. Yeah, that's just employment. It's just being a sugar baby. We're all sugar babies in a way.
Yep, exactly right.
Okay. I'm going to ask you later who that is. Yeah. So first I'm going to start with Brooke Urich, who is a representative from Seeking Arrangements. She said, quote, "There's a lot of girls and guys on the site who are dating people that are subpar, and it's not something that they have to do. They can reach outside of their college realm and find someone that they would actually meet otherwise, that's able to provide a certain lifestyle for them and also mentor them." So this is what they want you to think a relationship will be like, and what they are portraying as what you can find on their site.
Yeah. The word mentor makes me really sort of uncomfortable.
Why?
It's giving ancient Greece, right?
Oh,
like pederasty arrangements of like, I have so much wisdom to impart on you that this like exploitative sexual relationship is good for you because I'm mentoring you. I don't know.
All my knowledge comes in the form of jizz.
Right, exactly.
Take
Here
my
you
knowledge.
go.
So then I have a couple quotes from sugar babies themselves that were in these kinds of relationships. Elijah, who's a 20-year-old student at George Brown College, has had 4 sugar daddies.
At the same time?
I don't think so. It didn't clarify, so I don't know for sure, but I would presume that one at a time.
For $5,000 a month, I will blow 4 different dudes and make $20,000 a month. Like that's totally fine.
Oh yeah, I do that for free all day. He met 3 sugar daddies on Grindr and the other on Scruff. And he said, quote, I wanted to date an older guy because they seemed to be the ones who were more interested in a relationship. I felt like a lot of younger gay guys just wanted to have sex and that's it. So that's a different perspective than I expected to hear from a sugar baby. I expected it to be about money or quality of life or, some indirect way of saying I liked getting the money from him. I liked that he was older or something to that effect. But this is just, he wants a relationship and wants to find someone that is in a relationship, that wants to be in a relationship. He also said, quote, about one of the sugar daddies, he said, quote, whenever he would call or text me, if I didn't respond in a reasonable amount of time, he would call, and text again until I did respond.
That girl run.
Yeah. He also said, I feel like sugar daddies definitely get very possessive because they realize how much money they've spent on you, which that seems tough because I could see how you'd be like, I've invested. You'd think of it not as giving away money, but as an investment. Like, I have invested this much money in this person. I expect certain things in return for that investment. And that's hard, especially if you don't make them explicit, because I doubt people are like actually writing up formal contracts of here's what is expected of you to be my sugar baby.
Yeah, I bet they are though. Maybe it's not that common, but I bet they are. I bet that
someone out there is. Yeah.
But there's like, okay, Kyle.
Yeah.
Here's how investing works. If you're going to use dollars as an investment, you should know what the percentage of interest, the interest rate, what it's going to be. And if it is negative 100%, this is probably not an investment.
Yeah. Scott, who is a sugar baby who dated a hair salon owner named Peter, said, quote, he told me I will financially support you, but you have to do whatever I say because essentially it's not free. He also said, quote, there were times when I was late and he was not happy about that. You can't be late, especially if the person is financially supporting you. Scott said that Peter criticized his clothing, confiscated bad carbs from his apartment.
Oh my God.
Ordered him to keep his hair short styled, prohibited him from wearing running shoes. And the relationship ended after 2 years because Peter went bankrupt.
Oh God.
I wonder why. Scott said,
also that's a he said kind of a situation, right? Like, did he demand that you cut your hair, or did he say things like, I think you look cuter with short hair, and then you internalize that as him trying to control your hair?
That's true. Scott said,
by the way, my boyfriend needs a haircut so bad right now.
What are you saying to him?
I'm not. He knows it. He's already talking about it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were like, whoo, long hair there, buddy. Or I don't know what you'd say. I don't know what you'd do.
Well, I started grabbing it, but that's a different story.
That might encourage him to keep it.
Yeah.
That might do the opposite. Scott, the sugar baby, also said, quote, they do want to help. At the same time, they don't want to be seen with someone who looks sloppy.
Yeah. I mean, if you're paying for somebody to walk the runway with you, you better not be schlubby.
I think one thing that's so rough about these power dynamics and the relationship is like you have when you bring in all of these expectations of things that you would not normally consider controlling about someone else's life. And it sounded like from this Vice article that I read, it can be a controlling relationship. I'm sure not every relationship is like this. I'm sure Vice picked the juicy ones to grab onto, but some of them can be controlling.
Yeah. Yeah. So in heated rivalry,
I thought we were going to go a full episode without talking about that.
One of the hockey players, like, it's very sugar daddy-ish. Like, he starts up this relationship with like a barista at a smoothie shop, kind of a person who likely is of a certain means, right? And he comes back to the hockey. The barista goes to the hockey player's apartment, and the hockey player tells him on the phone to look in the closet or there's a note that says look in the closet. I don't fucking know. I'm often drunk when I watch TV. But there's a tuxedo in the closet. Like he knew what his sizes were and bought him a tuxedo so that when they saw each other at this event, he would look the way that he wanted him to look. And that feels...
broke into his home?
No. It was his own house. They had an arrangement where like he was welcome in his house.
Got it.
But like, you're going to wear this and it's expensive. That there's, I don't know. I didn't think, oh, that's a sugar daddy kind of a thing to do, but it's kind of a sugar daddy thing to do.
Yeah, for sure. The last thing I'll read is Scott said, quote, "My fear is being trapped. The last thing I want is to meet someone who's super wealthy, who puts me in a condo and I have all my needs taken care of. But then you're in this gilded cage. I mean, a cage made out of 24 karat gold is still a cage."
Absolutely.
And I think that can be a risk if you're dating a sugar daddy.
Yeah. Well, and there's a sort of similar thing, I think, that happens to like women who get married young and have the kids, and then the kids leave home, and then the husband, who's a prick, decides that he's not into it anymore and cuts her loose, and she has no job, no savings, no career prospects, no experience. Like that didn't like what's your plan B if this doesn't work out, girl?
Yeah.
Sugar babies, what's your plan B if this doesn't work out?
Yeah,
girl?
you got to be saving some of that money. You got to put a percentage aside. Just pretend like maybe the sugar daddy can do a 401k match or something like that.
Actually
invest in real investment products. Yeah.
I'd recommend at least 4%, but 10 is better if you can probably find it if you work hard.
Yeah.
Well, you want to talk about sugar daddies around the world?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, so you're not a theater gay, are you?
No.
There's a song called Sugar Daddy from Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Oh.
And so in that, Hedwig meets Luther Robinson, who's an American soldier who convinces them to dress in drag and becomes their sugar daddy, and then marries them so they can escape East Germany. But Luther eventually leaves Hedwig for another man.
Mm.
Anyway, it's a super interesting musical. Do you know the premise of Hedwig?
I've seen it, but I completely forget everything about it.
Oh, well, I mean, basically, Hedwig is like trans and has a gender confirmation surgery, but that's not what it's called. It's a genital reassignment surgery because it it's old. It's from the 90s or whatever. And basically, it's a botched surgery, and so the angry inch is the like what's left in her pants after this surgery is gone wrong. And anyway, but it's a rock opera also at the same time, and there's lots of really great music, but it's like gender queer, and it's cool. Like it's worth, I think, as a gay person, it's worth consuming just as like one of those pieces of it's theater, sure it's Broadway, but it's like in the short list of important to queer people mainstream musicals.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's Hedwig. Oh, okay. More. I have more to talk about.
Okay.
So the Jackson 5, remember the Jackson 5? Michael Jackson and his siblings.
At all.
They had a song called Sugar Daddy.
Really?
Yeah. In 1971, it went to number 10 on the Billboard charts. And that means 11-year-old Michael Jackson was singing about being a sugar daddy. Talk about whether age is required.
The sugar daddy?
Yeah.
I guess they made enough money that might be possible.
True story.
Wow. That's weird. Did we ever think that was weird?
Which part?
How young Michael Jackson was when he was in Jackson 5 singing about love and
stuff. When he was singing about letters and numbers, I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
That just seems like Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Or Homework. I don't know. Let's see. And then there's a TV series called Sugar Highs from 2022. It features Scott Thompson from Kids in the Hall as a, quote, early aging queen. But it follows 3 roommates who are seeking sugar daddies to pay rent. And there's a gay for pay storyline. There is Anyway, it's just there's a lot of like sex work stuff that's going on. There was a reviewer that said, quote, "For a series centered around sex work, it never feels like a chore to watch."
I read an article about gay for pay sugar babies.
Yeah.
And our friend Dr. Joe Court, who came on our episode to talk about sides, was quoted in there because he talks a lot about straight men who have sex with other men and how, like, you know, that doesn't invalidate their identity as a straight person. And it's just fascinating to read about straight gay for pay sugar babies.
Yep. Super interesting. Yeah. And go for it, I guess. Like, what is, in that context, a gay for pay straight sugar baby? What is he but a extended stay go-go boy?
I mean, is it sex work is the question. If you have sex with them, is it sex work?
If you have sex with them, absolutely.
You think sugar baby relationships are sex work?
I mean, yeah. If you're a straight guy, you asked about sugar babies in general, but if you're a straight guy and you accept money from a gay dude to make your lifestyle what it is, and that includes with it an implication that you're going to have sex with him, and you do, but you're still straight, that seems pretty solidly sex work to me.
I mean, I think it gets blurry when then you start talking about what if they're both gay, and it has the exact same setup.
Just set up a camera, call it porn, and you're an actor. It's not sex work. Like that's the whole point, though, is like sex work should be legal, and money changing hands for sex should be fine if everybody is aware nobody's being exploited, and like, so I don't know.
Totally.
Okay, and then I wanted to talk a little bit about other cultures and how they view this stuff. So in Japan, they call a sugar daddy is a papakatsu, which literally translates as daddy activities.
Just a daddy doing daddy things.
Doing daddy things is exactly right. The term emerged around 2015, focuses on companionship and mentorship since sexual services are technically illegal. But there is a major Japanese sugar dating service called the Universe Club. Let's see, Korea has the Ajushi sponsor. That's the same thing, basically, but it's basically what we would call a sugar daddy, like, sort of arrangement. And then apparently one country has more sugar daddies than any other country in Asia by a wide margin. Who do you think that is?
Thailand.
Great guess. But it's India.
Oh.
India has a lot of sugar daddy relationships. There's also similar things, like every continent in the world has these patterns that have been studied. There's a Springer.com article that talks about all of the places, even Africa. There's transactional relationships that are financially grounded. And it just appears to be one of those like human things that humans do if you have them hang out long enough.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's weird that sugar daddies is an innate part of our experience. We just had to find the name for it.
Yep. Last thing, and then I will let you move on. This is a very, very short thing that just wasn't going to make its whole segment. But some examples also of other terms. So a splendid daddy is a wannabe who can't really afford it.
I love that.
A salt daddy is a complete fake lying about wealth. You don't have any sugar at all. A honey daddy, also called a whale or a unicorn, is very wealthy and extremely rare.
Nice. That's what I want to find.
The community of sugar daddies and sugar babies, and like being explicit about that, is known as the Sugar Bowl. That's the entire community.
Okay.
And then they refer to what everybody else does that's not sugar based, vanilla world.
Oh, well, I mean, vanilla world includes people that do like BDSM. That's not vanilla. I don't know if I feel like that's a little judgy.
Yeah, that's all I got for terms.
So Mike, do you want a sugar daddy?
Do I want a sugar daddy?
Yeah.
No.
No, why not?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
What do you mean?
No, I don't. And I think that's because I have a fairly independent streak that I'm afraid of being reliant on other people, which is not exactly a super great thing sometimes in my relationships, but I don't want to be left holding the bag. The like, girl, what is plan B? If you aren't in that situation in the first place, then you don't have to wonder about it. So no, I'm quite averse to that. Just, it feels like too much risk.
Yeah.
To my independence. How about you?
I think it's a fun thing to joke about, but if you like really broke it down and thought like, would I really want that? I don't think I would, because I think I am too romantic for that. Like, I want to find love and a relationship that's not based on the foundation of, money being a reason you're together.
Yeah. I'm also struck by like, let's talk about the other direction. I try to be pretty protective in general of my relationship on the show, and my boyfriend is 18 years my junior, and I am 20 plus years ahead in my career compared to him, and it is a deeply lopsided financial situation, and it is like, that's one of the, I won't call it a struggle, but it's one of the things that we have to talk about and keep an eye on and like process together, is not just my age gap, but our significant difference in finances. And I think that anybody who spends time with us sees it and knows it. And some people in our life have even like had concerns and expressed them even when unwelcome. And I think the one thing that I think about in all of that, I don't care, call me sugar daddy, whatever. That's not what we call each other, sugar daddy and sugar baby. That's not what we think we're doing. But also, so what if we were? It's not merely a financial relationship. We love each other and do things for each other, and we're building a home together, and we share a puppy now, and we have goals and hopes and dreams. And like, if part of what he is in this for is financial stability and security that I bring because of my money and career growth, why is that bad? What, like, if I don't mind, and in fact it's my pleasure to provide stability to him, and he likes that about me, and it's not the only thing about our relationship, everybody can fuck right off. That's what we're doing. Deal with it, you know?
Yeah. So wait, you said, so you don't consider yourself a sugar daddy?
No.
Okay.
No, because I think something about that term, the implication is an acknowledgement that is the primary thing that's happening in the relationship.
I didn't think of it as the primary thing necessarily. I just thought of it as a thing that's happening in the relationship, but definitely like a thing, like one of the reasons I'm in this is for money, like is to receive money from you or goods or whatever.
Also, that's interesting too. There's a gray area to analyze here, which is I have very, 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 very few times literally given him money, and never to any sort of sum that anybody would consider important or impactful or a big deal. Like that has never happened. So he's not on my payroll. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's Derek.
That's Derek. Back to Derek being the sugar baby.
And so like whatever sort of like financial benefits of being in this relationship he is the benefactor of are non-liquid. does that change it?
No, because I think you can still, like, people talked about getting like a place to live, like a condo in New York or whatever that one sugar baby said. So I think you can get things that aren't directly money and still be a sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think I am? Do you think I should consider myself that? Do you?
No, I also think that in a lot of I think it's hard to find the line between a relationship and a sugar daddy relationship, because like what level of income disparity do you need to have before you start counting it as that? And if there is a large income disparity, do you have to then each spend at the lower person's income levels, standing in order for it to not be a sugar daddy relationship? Because if you spend the rest of your money, then it could be seen as taking care of him or spending money on him. So I think it's hard to find a line between what is and isn't a sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship.
Oh my God. If we only spent 50-50 on our like extracurricular activities, I would be so rich. Oh my God.
You could invest in the stock market.
If I invested all of that instead, sweet Jesus.
Are sugar daddies / sugar babies gay?
I don't think so. I think it started out straight. I think it remains strongly straight. I think that gay people are like just as represented as straight people, which maybe that means I'm saying that if it follows the default pattern, then it's straight, and that means straight is normal. That's a thing to maybe unpack. But no, I don't think it is. I think it's just a thing.
Okay. I can get on board with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, fight me, Kyle.
Oh, it's gay. I think it's interesting that, like we mentioned back in the Gayda, the orientation of people on seekingarrangements.com was higher percentage gay than we might expect from a normal survey. And I think gays are also seeking these kinds of setups elsewhere on other sites. So I don't think seekingarrangements.com is a really popular one for gay people. So I assume the actual percentage of like sugar daddy and sugar babies is higher in the gay world than in the straight world.
I also think that there's maybe a correlation causation thing to remember. Age is not the same thing as wealth. They do tend to like operate together, though, for various reasons. And in 2019, there's census data that showed that same-sex newlyweds have a average difference in age of 6.3 years compared to 3.9 years for straight people. So gay people date outside their range. That's just data. And I think with that will come, in aggregate, financial differences.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think they're more common in the gay world, but that's just my guess.
Great. We did it.
Okay.
Well, we are going to talk about famous sugar daddies from history for the Patreon segment.
Perfect.
So should we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Let's take a break. Break. So are we back?
We're back.
We're back.
We're going to do our Gayest Straightest.
We're going to do our Gayest Straightest, but first, local gay bar review. I didn't plan one, but I'm going to do one because I said but first and then needed a thing to come out of my face hole.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's see. Danny's Queer Bar in Boston is so cute. The downstairs was closed, so I didn't see the dance floor, but it was a diverse crowd. The food was delightful. The company was magical. It was very, very pleasant. 3.5 dildos.
Oh, wow. I think a very fair rating, one that I won't fight you on.
Great. Excellent. I also will not fight you on the fact that our website is gayishpodcast.com.
We are on social media at Gayish Podcast, or you can find links to our Facebook group or our Discord server at gayishpodcast.com/contact.
Our hotline, you can send us text messages or leave us voicemails, is 5855-GAYISH. That's 585-542-9474. Standard rate supply.
Our email is gayishpodcast@gmail.com.
Our physical mailing address is Post Office Box 19882, Seattle, Washington, 98109.
Gayest Straightest.
Fuck, I need to renew our post office box. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Let's do our Gayest Straightest. I'll go first.
Okay.
As I said to you not moments ago, what am I talking about? The beginning of the show, production meeting. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
The straightest thing about me this week, I don't remember the last time I showered. I literally do not remember the last time I showered. Like I could probably figure it out, but I would have to think about it.
Are you going to take a shower today?
My magic 8-ball is broken.
Okay. Up in the air.
Up in the air.
Okay.
The gayest thing about me this week, mutual friend of ours helps me with the gardening, is tremendously helpful. I'm so grateful for his help all the time. We were out in the front yard yesterday afternoon, and we were planting some currant bushes, which are pretty big. It requires that you dig correctly, and it needed to be in a wider space than deep, and I was just nervous about doing it wrong. So I dug and immediately before putting the bush in, just turned to him and said, "Hey, would you like to inspect my hole?"
Oh, that's amazing.
How about you?
And
Kyle?
how did your hole turn out?
Oh,
just right?
There were several holes involved, and all of them were exactly the right size.
Yep. All of them got filled.
They all got filled. They all now have wood in them.
I'm so happy for you. My gayest is I've been watching a ton of gay porn.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I've had some free time, and I've been investing that time into porn.
Okay. Like anything like worth, like, do you have a recommendation? Is there like
Gaymailtube.com.
Okay, great. Nice.
Yeah.
Check.
My straightest is I replaced the batteries. I had to get out a screwdriver in order to fix the batteries in my door lock opener thing, whatever you call that, on my front door. I had to get a screwdriver from my toolkit in order to actually unscrew it to get to the batteries. And that was great. And it broke right away again. So I need to get a new one, but
it's not just batteries, or it's your screwdriver.
It's not just batteries. It's something else. I put in brand new batteries and then it still died right away. So
sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are the terminals corroded? Did you look in there to see if the...
I don't even know what that means.
Where the batteries go in, there's usually like a spring, and then so you've got a positive side and a negative side, and sometimes they can get corroded. And so even if the battery's in there, the battery's not connecting because there's corrosion in there that's preventing the connection. So you should look and see if the little terminals in there, the spring and the flat part on the other side, have any gunk on them.
And then what do I do if it does have
Scrape
gunk?
it off. Scrape it off with like a screwdriver or like a toothbrush or like a wire brush to get that shit off there.
We're now a home improvement podcast.
Hey, we got to figure out how to expand this business, Kyle. I have sugar baby to pay for. We have a listener's Gayest Straightest, and this week it just happens to be
It's from Ophelia Payne.
Oh, Ophelia Payne. We know that bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, Gayish, it's Ophelia Payne. I have a Gayest and Straightest for the first time in a while. So my straightest is this morning I got Dunkin'. That's straight because it's bad coffee. But it's also straight because I got hot coffee. Even straighter, I got food. Because gays don't eat. So that's my straightest. And then my gayest is that last night I went out to a bar in the hopes that my current crush would maybe, hopefully, possibly be there and come out and we would hang out. And fun fact, it happened. So that was cool. And he got drunk. I didn't, but I guess that's kind of straight. Maybe. I don't know. And hung out till like 2 a.m. on a school night. So I know it's a work night. Whatever. Anyway, okay, love you, bye.
Yeah, I think a little light stalking is gay.
Yeah, I was going to react to it like it was adorable, but now that you framed it in that way, maybe it seems less adorable now that I think about it. No, that's real cute. I hope you and your crush end up together.
It's not quite stalking. It's just going to a place thinking that they will be there.
Yep. It's optimistic is what it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And we don't really have Dunkin' Donuts in Seattle, so if you're in a part of the world that doesn't know what Dunkin' is, it's Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
That's it. We did it.
That's it.
Hey, thank you to sugar daddies and sugar babies everywhere. Give us some of your sugar.
Yeah, by signing up for Patreon, or give it to me, Kyle Getz, directly. You can find me on apps.
My Venmo is.
Yeah. And I want to thank our super gap bridgers. Thank you to Adam Y, Locomotive, Simon Strachey, Kaylee Adams, Kid Oliver, Kobe Gordon, Squoggle, Andrew Bugby, William Bryant, John Crowley, Stephen Porchio, Stossel, Jonathan Montanius, Forrest Nail, Steve Douglas, Explosive Lasagna, Michael Covington, Thomas B, Dusty Sands, A. Coleman, Chris Cacciatorians, and Jerome York. Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your money. That's it. This has been Gayish from the Chris Cacciatorian Studios, our biggest sugar daddy. I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz. Until next week, be butch, be fabulous, be you. See ya.
See you next week. If I pay you, will you cut your hair?
How much?
Oh, no, I'm talking to my boyfriend.
Oh.